What is going on, my YouTube friends? Put the hat on straight there. But anyhow, we're working on the brake lines a little bit, trying to figure everything out and get everything matched up and make sure we got the right brake hoses and everything. The rear end, I got the brake hose. I still have to get some brake line to attach to the calipers for the back. I have the hoses, but I think I'm going to need some more brake line. We'll figure that out when we get there. So yeah, things are going to be moving along here. The front brake lines, I got those. Let me show you what I got. Alrighty, so this right here is the passenger side brake line. We have that. And this right here is the rear brake line that goes to the housing. It actually bolts right to the housing, the little vent tube there. So then that one right there. And yeah. And right here is the driver's side brake line. So we have brake lines. I have the banjo bolts to go through there for the front brake lines. These right here are the little clips to secure the brake lines. So we got those for the front. We got two for the front, one for the back. So these right here, actually the transmission lines that were on that car. I'll probably be running, I won't be running hard lines, I'll be running hoses. I'm pretty sure. So let me see what we got going on here, and I'll bring it right over here at the car. This is the passenger side. We got the brake line that goes to here and goes to here. Now, in the last video, I showed this line, the hard line, coming through this hole. It don't go through this hole. It goes through this hole up here. So we got that, and then we got this. I went ahead and put the bracket right there. So this is the way it goes. Yeah, so let me get this line hooked up here, and I will bring you back. So here's the brake line coming down. I got hooked up. I got everything in there. Everything's nice. So, hooked up to the caliper. There we go. So we got that all hooked up. And when it turns and stuff like that, I tested it. It's not coming against the spring or nothing like that. We have plenty of room. Of course, I'll check it again when I go back through and start tightening everything up. So I want to show you, excuse me, proportion valve, everything comes up, goes around the back of the master cylinder, then up and then across. I don't have anything tied down yet. This right here goes to the cabin, and then this right here, which I thought it went through there, it don't, it goes through here, and then comes out, down through the line. So let me bring over to the driver's side. So yeah, so I still got to make a couple lines for here to here. I haven't bled the master cylinder yet because I'm not ready. So the only thing I'll do is probably just take it and bleed it while it's on the car. Let the wife get in there and pump the brakes. Easy bleed. And then we come out here. And again, we got the line. Everything hooked up, nice and snug, hooked up here, down to the caliper. And like I says, I got room here, so we're good. So when we turn it, it's not hitting the spring or nothing like that. That was a major concern, because the way these are tilted, it brings it around this way, all right? And in the other cars, they go straight up and down. So this is just tilted right there. I actually had to ream this out a little bit to get that brake line to fit down in there flush so I could put the lock on it. But I think we're in pretty good shape. So once I get the brakes, all the lines, everything done, I'll come back through, make sure everything's tight, all the rear end bolts, all the front bolts, everything. So the only thing I have a little problem with is right here is the bolt going against that sleeve, and I think we're gonna be okay, but still, I'm gonna look into that farther before I put the engine in the car. So like I said, that line goes around, goes up through by the firewall, around, out of the shock tower or strut tower, and then down into the brake hose. So yeah, good old Mr. Heat. Got the fan. Now, the heater has a fan on it, but I'm not using it because if I wear that fan out, I'm in trouble. I can find those a whole lot easier than I can find the fan for these heaters. But it does work, and I do use it on occasions. So we got to get over here. I got to get under here. I got to get this hooked up. This right here is the brake line, brake hose for the rear. So the one that comes out of the cab bolts to this, and then this bolts to the rear end. And then we have our hoses here, which I'm going to need some brake line. So I don't know if I'm going to just use this brake line and just change the ends or what I'm going to do yet. I'm not totally sure yet. So, but we will get that done. And I do have the vent for the rear end and the bolt that goes through here. It's on the rear end right now. I tried to find a new one, but they didn't have one. So I'll take that out of the rear end and clean it up good, make sure it's can vent. Well, as of right now, we are moving forward. So I'll probably come out maybe a little bit later on tonight or tomorrow, and I will try to figure out what I got to do with the back brakes. Shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to get that taken care of, no problem. The front brakes, they're pretty much set. I just need to bleed them, make sure everything's tight like they're supposed to be, and then we'll go around. And you know, I greased the rotors and everything when I put them on the car, but I will take those rotors probably back off and make sure that they're greased or do something. I'll figure it out. But right now, I'm pretty okay with what's going on. So, and what we got finished so far. So, hey, it's work in progress. You know what I'm saying? But you guys are awesome, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if anybody tells you any different, you tell them come see me, and I'll tell them you're awesome. You guys have a great rest of your day, night, or whatever time you guys watch this. But we still got more Fairmont content coming. Yeah, buddy. I'm doing this day by day. So as this Fairmont's being worked on, you're getting a video. All right, thanks a lot.